mid-late 90s with the first Boxster and the 911 at the time. The convertible rooftop has been developing by Porsche fairly rapidly and integrating new types of kinematics. You have to imagine that a Porsche Boxster or a 911, it's a mid or rear engine car. It's always been a bit of a challenge to make a cabriolet roof that also fit on top of that. So everything we learned from there, whether it's the lightweight materials and the kinematics, were applied from those cars to the new Targa, something that was not possible in the 1960s.
Now, do you think we could have a little sneak peek? And of course, could you tell us a little bit more about the distinctive rooftop? And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you want to miss this, so if you want to get a closer view of this in action, I recommend you come a little bit closer.
Okay, at a standstill of the car, the Targa opens up in a matter of 19 seconds. You begin to count right now. The goal is to keep it under 20 seconds. And one of the features of this car is to, in comparison to the previous Targa, to be able to open and close the car without getting out.
That is beautiful, so sleek. Let's have a round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful piece of engineering matched with that design, and of course the iconic kind of design history behind everything. Now, how is it possible, with all of this in mind, that the Targa 4 model sort of keeps that both high day-to-day comfort and outstanding performance whilst being an open top?
Well, the original concept was to, as I said before, addressing customer preferences as far as ease of use. That led us to doing the convertible top where you do not have to get out of the car compared to the predecessor. That combined with the everyday drivability, the safety of the Targa bar, offering the chance to the security of a closed car, but at the same time open car. In the open position, you'll notice that we have a little wind deflector here. In the case of higher speed driving,
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Rene here once again from Revv Motoring. We are at a very special place right here today. It is the Porsche 911 Targa 4S launch right here at Linky. We'll be doing a special interview a little later on with the designer himself. Join us for that one. And ladies and gentlemen, this is once again Rene from Revv Motoring, and we are with the designer for the Porsche 911 Targa 4S, Mr. Grant Elroy Larson. Grant, thank you so much for joining us and making time for Revv Motoring.
Nice meeting you.
Yep. And by the way, love the new 911. Really looks fantastic.
Good.
And had a chance
you.
to actually sit in there and take some pictures. So yeah, love the car.
Excellent.
Just a couple of questions, so for the viewers to know more about the car as well. Could you tell us more about the latest design on the 911 in respect to the earlier model? And so what's new?
Well, I think new is of course the whole roof system and the technology behind it. But it's obvious we look back in the history books of the previous, going back to the Targa from the 1960s for inspiration. But also at the same time we integrated new technologies that we've developed over the past 10 years to make it actually a fully automatic system.
Okay. Okay. The next question is, in terms of aerodynamics, what can the buyer expect improved performance?
Well, in the case of aerodynamics, I mean, aerodynamics is not one of the friends of designers because it imposes a lot of complications, but aerodynamics are very important, especially in the sports car segment for high-speed stability, and in any other segment for efficiency as far as fuel consumption. But we at Porsche have always prided ourselves in maintaining a form that's very Porsche-like, very true to our heritage, and at the same time offering astounding aerodynamics through the so-called movable aerodynamic devices like rear spoilers and things like that.
Okay, thank you. And also you mentioned there's something over in the front of the windshield which allows for wind buffeting. You're saying that,
Yeah.
So that's basically...
in the case of the Targa, of course, with an open car, you always have to expect a little bit of wind.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
exactly.
you would buy a coupe.
The whole fun is to have
So,
air.
Yeah, but the little a wind deflector on the Targa, you can move it up or down as you please, depending upon your speed, and it's to reduce the wind noise, reduce the buffeting that takes place in a car.
I see.
Because the basically physically the car is set up to the Targa, it's
Have
sort of
a
like a
roof.
big air scoop, and
Yeah,
it
right.
reduces that buffeting effect.
Okay. And the last question we have for you, looking at the new layout for the interior, is it how much more different is it from the last generation of Targas and the last version?
Well, the last generation Targa was it's a completely different concept with this panorama roof, and it wasn't the Targa as we knew it from the very first one, or as we know it now with the 991. So that was a much different concept, which had its complications and had its positive and negative effects, positive and negative aspects. But with the new Targa, we've developed it to create sort of more of an open feeling because you don't have those side rails, there.
Okay, and that's about it for us. Once again,
Okay.
Grant, thank you so much
Yeah,
for taking
no
time out for
problem.
Revv Motoring. And once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us right here on Revv Motoring. Okay.
Hi, my name is Grant Larson from Porsche. Don't forget to catch the latest edition of Revv Motoring on YouTube.